All right, welcome back. Welcome back to yet another episode of the Talkatives Football Podcast. This is going to be the last episode for 2 weeks because we got international break, guys. So yeah, we're definitely going to be on a little break. So if you're definitely joining us for this last episode for a little bit, thank you very much. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get into it. Guys, there's only one place we have to start here. We got Jai joining us here, so there's only one place we have to start. Jai, we're going to be on your team. Rottenham Spurs.
Oh, the disrespect.
They've been through it in recent weeks, recent days. They haven't been playing well at all. Contrary to the other two Chelsea fans on this podcast here, I happen to blame Conte a lot for it, but we'll get to my take. But as the resident Spurs fan, let's hear from you first, my friend.
Well, first, I want to say, I was very hopeful. So I have to eat my words from a couple weeks ago. I know I remember those. So, Champions League didn't end up the way I expected it to. Wasn't that we couldn't have won that. It was more so you could see the energy of the team. It was really bad. And I'm going to take a comment of what Jude Bellingham said in the Chelsea match. We dominated possession, but it was a lot of possession in no man's land. Dominated possession where it wasn't effective goal scoring opportunities. And it was just a testament to the way the season's gone and the way guys just haven't played up to, expectations. And it's very lackluster. It was disheartening to watch as a fan. Turned off my TV that day, just turned off my phone, turned off everything because I felt like I wasted my time. I really did. And so I surprisingly, unlike a lot of people on the podcast, have a different take. I really appreciate Conte coming out and saying what he seems like the most passionate person in the building. He seems like the only one that wants to win, and he's probably the only champion there. And it makes sense because he has a champion mindset. And for him to come out and say the things that he's saying, it's telling because he's seen the culture. The culture is not changing. The culture has not changed, and it doesn't look like it's going to change. And so he called out the players at first. He kind of walked back his comment of calling out management, but he really did call out management. And he's basically saying this has been a 20-year thing. And I don't disagree with him. I don't disagree with the way that he said it because if you watch the last game, that was against Southampton, we were literally up. We literally got the game sealed. All you got to do is play quality winning football. And as me and Zach talk about all the time, or me and Cass talk about all the time, we basically say bad teams find a way to lose. And I just don't know why when we look at this team, I don't know why we're in fourth place, but we are. And I'm just happy we're ahead of Chelsea right now. But I completely agree with Conte's, with what's happening with Conte. I mean, when you're a winner, does he pout and stuff like that? When you're a winner, it's just kind of hard to sit in losing and be around losers. And I'm kind of in that mindset. Like it's hard to light a fire under everyone's butt when you see that some of these guys are just comfortable being in fourth place. Some of these guys are comfortable getting to Champions League. Some of these guys are comfortable, getting to the third round of the FA Cup because you can tell there's no fighter spirit, and a lot of people are playing selfish. Zach was like, oh, why bench Son? Well, when you look at Son play, he's not playing for anyone else. I think he's trying to mimic what he had last year. However, him trying to mimic that, he's not looking to for the best scoring opportunities. He's looking for his best opportunity. And that's just kind of been a testament of everyone on the team. It's either try to get the ball to Harry Kane. Harry Kane gets frustrated, and he's neither fast nor extra strong. So Harry Kane is like that in between where he needs other players around him to be great. And when they're not being great, then he disappears on the pitch. We've just seen a lot of that. And that's basically, to sum it up, I agree with Conte. I completely understand. Where did the team go from here? I don't know. I don't know who changes this. I don't know what happens. I'm still a fan. I will always be a fan because I've committed, and I'm the type of person that will die on a hill that I've already started. But right now, the morale is pretty low in camp. I just know that we can still lock up this fourth seed to get into Champions League next year. But why go if we're gonna just get out of group stages and go home the next day? Not even score a goal with all the great players that are playing. Why go if we might as well let Chelsea? You know what I'm saying? They want to play, and this is sad for me to say, but like I see a little bit of life over there. I see a little bit of heart over there, and if they are losing, they're losing with honor and pride. We're losing we can't even finish games against Southampton when we're up 2 goals. So yeah. So that's my 5-minute take of what I'm seeing right now and how I.
Allow me to cook real quick. Like, Marcus, I know you've had your qualms with Antonio Conte, and I know how you feel about him. You do not like. Yes. Well, he hates him. Okay. I doesn't feel like he hates him, but like,
no. Even just the guy has culpability in the way Spurs is playing. I mean,
well, the culpability that you claim.
Him going off in one press conference doesn't automatically absolve him for.
We're not talking about I'm saving that press conference for last. But let's talk about Conte's play. Conte plays defensive football. He plays. You cannot score on me. Try to score. I'll hit you on the counter account. But you can call it negative football all you want, but it's winning football. And Conte's football is won literally everywhere else he has coached. Mm-hmm. You know what the problem at Spurs is? It's not Antonio Conte. It's a Spurs problem because Antonio Conte seems to be the only person in that organization who actually wants to win. Everybody else, including the owner, and the owner is the most at fault for everything that has been going on because this has been going on for Conte. This is going on with Mourinho, with AVB, with Pochettino.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Who did they have? Did they have the guy that just got the Crystal Palace job? Like, they've been this same team where they get close, and they get in Champions League, and then they get knocked out, and then they go in the cup, and then they get knocked out, and it's like nobody at Spurs expects them to win anything but their coach. And then when shit hits the fan, they're like, "Oh,
Giant
let the coach
expect him to win." By the way, sorry.
I mean, you're the outlier because you're kind of unrealistic. You thought they were gonna win the Champions League this year, bro. Like,
really? Come on.
Yeah, like we should nominate you. We need to nominate him for Parrot of the Season because he had crazy, insane claims. And when he made it, I was like, and we all looked at each other like, wait, what's this guy saying? But still, like, seriously though, firing Antonio Conte is not the solution at Spurs. But guess what? They're probably gonna fire him.
I think he's ready to go. I think they're gonna fire him. I think he's.
Oh yeah, I think he doesn't. I think he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to coach them anymore because he doesn't see how anything can change, and that's why he went off in that interview and he's like,
yeah,
F you, F this, F that. Like, if you want to fire me, please fire me, but it won't solve your problems. And it won't. Because,
who are you going to hire that's a better coach than Antonio Conte at this point? Like Marcus was saying in our group chat, talking about Brendan Rodgers, like this isn't Leicester, a team that's their owner literally their owner died in a tragic helicopter crash, and do you know what they did? They went and won the FA Cup the next year. Like this is not the same club. Like this is not the same. They don't have Tottenham don't have the will to win anything at all. They're not a winning club. They're a club that wastes everybody's time in the Champions League. That's their ceiling right now. Like in order for it to change at Spurs, Daniel Levy has to be like, okay, I need to invest more. I need to actually try to win. I need to put faith into my coaches. I need to stop firing my coaches a week before a cup final. Like, what the hell was that? Like it needs to change from very top, or he just needs to sell the club. But I don't think he's going to sell the club. So he needs to change. And if he doesn't start moving different in the transfer market, like if your manager is asking you for player A, don't give him player D and C and F. Like, give him who he wants. Go out, spend the money. Like you guys are like a top 6 premiership club. Like he
So
like
are
the
you
way
saying
he
that
moves
it's
in the transfer market, it's like he's not trying to win. And mind you, I'm a Chelsea fan, but like this is just what I see going on.
Are you saying they didn't spend money for Conte?
I'm saying the players he spent money on were not good enough and not what Conte asked for.
Well, I think they were.
Well, don't say that. They were definitely what he asked for. He was the one that brought over He was the one that brought over the football director. He's the football director is someone that Conte has worked with before. So you can't say that all the spending that's been done isn't something that Conte wants.
They don't. But wait. Sorry to interject. Just because he brings over the football director, I say this over and over again. The coach doesn't pay himself.
Yeah.
The coach doesn't pay the players. The coach doesn't pay for anything. Just because he brings over the football director, I was with this with Potter, doesn't mean that he pays for the players. Because even if the coach might suggest players, the person who pays for the players, that's really the guy. It's him.
And I want to say,
you ask for money and they give you 170.
Oh well,
that's.
I mean, you're making a point.
He signed though.
You're making a point.
That's one of my concerns. Like they gave him 170 million, and you can't say that they didn't come in.
Okay. But look, they gave him 170 million. But they're in 4th place. What more do you want from him? He did it. He did it already. And everybody else is satisfied with what he did. Everybody else at the club is satisfied with what he did, apart from Conte.
There's a reason why the guy's going to lose.
I wouldn't say we're satisfied with what he did.
No, the reason why he's losing his job is because he's speaking up and telling them that they're not doing enough. That this is unacceptable. And
the job was already.
He's losing his job also because
the job was already
because they're not the players aren't reacting well to him. And we've watched multiple games. I mean, you haven't probably watched the Spurs games, but we've watched multiple games where it's looking like he's not even making a change. Like certain lineups just aren't working, and it's like he's almost he's so stubborn because he's been so successful to where he's trying to bang his head against the wall saying, this has worked for me. This is what championship football looks like. And he's not trying to use the personnel to switch it around. He's like, blow up the whole shit. Let's just get new personnel. But really and truly, I think it's a two-way thing, but I do agree with Conte. I think Conte hasn't been his best self coaching us, especially this year. Last year I think there was no expectations upon us. Now this year you see that there's some expectations. At least I put expectations on him, high expectations. And you now see him starting to say, oh, we're 2 years removed from being great. But he's also seeing what the coaches are what management is doing, and then he's also seeing what the players are, which he's not doing a good job of working with what he has in that moment. And he's like, I think he's told himself that we're capped off. And sometimes some coaches can get a little bit more out of their players. So yeah, I don't think it's complete.
I think the thing is like Conte, like 50% of him he's like, I made a huge mistake coming to this.
I think he regrets. It's not.
So
it's only because of management. Sorry, I'll let you speak. I think
no.
I do think that, but it's mainly because of management. He knew what he had out of the players. He knew what he had. They're not letting him. To go back to what you were saying, he was giving them a list of players. He was like, I want A, B, C, and D. But they were giving him his C and D players. They weren't trying to go and get his A and B players. And that's where he...
Nope.
Not even one. And so now when he's seeing...
He did not get any of his first choices.
Yeah, so now when he's seeing that, he's like, oh, you guys just want me to work with scraps. You want me to turn great value into high quality stuff.
But he's already doing so much. Like, you guys are 4th place. Well, granted...
We were 4th place last year.
First off.
You're still 4th place. Points on the board are better than points in hand. Just saying. Just saying.
What do you mean better than points in hand?
Points on the board are already guaranteed. Games in hand can still be lost.
And to help on with Jair's point, no, yeah, because I can see how you can say, all right, yeah, Conte doesn't want to change the style for the players that he had, but as a coach, I'm thinking of this as a coach from perspective here purely. I don't, as a coach, you're taught you live and die with your system.
Mm-hmm.
I would even bring up my coaching with my FIFA team in the game I play on FIFA. All right, I lose some. I'm gonna lose. Yeah, you're gonna lose games, but it's how you build the team. It's the players you get that fit your system. If you don't get the players to fit your system, that's what's gonna happen. But if you get players to fit your system, good, skillful players that fit your system, what happens is what's going on with Graham Potter at Chelsea. I mean, need I remind you? Exactly. So I can agree with that fact. Even yet, I see where Marcus is coming from, saying, "Oh, all right, you don't have the right players, so you have to change your system." No, you don't have to.
That's why he's out in the summer.
Cool.
You're absolutely right. That's why he's out in the summer. He's dying. He's dying with the system.
He's right. He's right to die with the system because that system has won him so many trophies.
I agree with
it's
that.
Spurs that are wrong. It's Spurs that are wrong when they have a coach that actually wants to win, and they're like, you know what? We're just gonna throw away the coach and just hire somebody and just go back to normal business. Because when they fire Antonio Conte at the end of the week, it's gonna be the same thing next year. It's gonna be the same thing, even if they qualify for Champions League. They're not gonna win shit.
I believe Pep Guardiola got the Man City job after they won the Premier League, right? Mm-hmm. Either after the one or after the
it wasn't
top four at least.
I don't think we finished top 4 actually.
Ancient history that I gotta Google now.
Okay, well, Manuel Pellegrini, Manuel Pellegrini, hadn't he won the he
won a league?
Thank you.
Yeah, but that was back in 2012.
That of a coach that won them the Premier League. And Pep Guardiola, how long did it take him to win the Premier League, Shex?
We won it the next year.
In the 2016 Premier League season, the champions were us.
Going to the greatest coach here.
It was Leicester. It was Chelsea, actually. I'm sorry.
No, it was Chelsea.
Thank you.
That was the season Guardiola was hired. 2017 Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
But then the next season, 2017-18,
we won it.
The champions were Man City.
We won it the very next year.
They finished
the season before. 2016, 2017.
They finished.
Wait, no,
they finished third.
I meant 15-16.
what I'm saying is, you had literally just won the league.
It was Leicester. So it was Leicester, and then Guardiola was hired, and Chelsea won it, and then the next season he won it. And
so it took him 2 seasons.
No,
one.
One.
20.
Sorry. But before Leicester won it, Man City won it. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Wait, did they?
No.
Who won it before Leicester?
What season are we talking about? I'll tell you right now.
2015.
Last time we
won was Leicester. Yeah. The season before Leicester won it was...
Who shows Man U?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
And the season before that was Man City.
Yeah. Thank you. There you go. Thank you. Was it Manuel Pellegrini that was the coach? Wasn't it?
Pellegrini. It had to be Pellegrini. Like, I don't know who else it could have been.
They literally fired. This is my point. They literally fired a coach that won them the Premier League. And how long? How long had it been since Man City had won the Premier League? They fired that coach, brought in a new coach, believed in him so much. They spent a lot of money.
And they won it in 2 years.
Yeah, they did spend a lot of money in a transfer window.
They spent like one of the highest spending for the time. For the time, Marcus, you have to recognize the time.
No, I understand.
Okay.
It was smart business, but I understand there was also a lot of money.
Marcus, has Tottenham spent the most money for their manager? Chelsea spent the most money for a newly hired coach.
Oh, you guys spent this.
We spent $350 million one season. But you're talking about Tottenham spent like what, 150, 200 over 2 seasons, and you expect Conte to work. But like, look at the signings he made. 22 of them actually play for him. The ones he asked for, Richarlison and Kuvalevsky. Where are the rest of them?
Listen, that's none of my concern. He gave him a list with these players on it. He gave
him a list, and none of those players that he signed are on. None of the players that actually signed are the players he asked for.
Listen, he gave A through B, and he got C and D.
Yeah, he got his C and D.
If you mention Richarlison and Kulusevski being on Conte's A-list,
Richarlison still hasn't scored a Premier League goal for Spurs.
That's actually a ding on Conte. So that's actually going with Marcus' point.
I'm telling you,
Richarlison and Kulusevski, that's a player.
Those are people who ask.
That wasn't. No. Richarlison wasn't the main target. However,
that's not my point. The point is he was a target.
No, but Marcus.
The point is he was a target.
He wasn't a target. How is he a target if that's not?
How did his name come up? How did his name come up? When
the ownership has failed to get A and B and C, it's like, oh, Conte, can you work with this? He's like, yeah, bring him. Like,
Marcus,
I need somebody.
Marcus, let me give you a hypothetical real quick. We've all played the manager in whatever sports game we play, right? We want to get the best player on the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then we notice we only have so much spending cap. So now we're stuck with a player that we kind of like. We kind of, can deal with. Instead of getting that 85 overall player, we're stuck to get that 78 overall player. And
let me help you. Because Man City did this. We wanted someone like Eden Hazard, but then we had to settle for someone like Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling was the first time.
You were never in the running for Eden Hazard. Why is this guy? This is you're insane. You act like you're insane.
Hold on. Do you know how much we struggled?
60 mil on Sterling,
right?
But like you were never in the running for Eden Hazard. So why do you even mention Hazard?
Okay.
Close.
But no. But so wait. So Conte is the only person that can make a list and not get his A+.
He was the hardest player on the.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Stop it.
Bro, he really was.
Stop it.
Do you remember?
Yo, wait. Hold on.
Yes, he failed.
Zach. Marcus, are you trying to say Miriam Sterling was like a DCF choice rather than an A or B option?
Not F. I'll tell you
You're calling him B?
I said he was a B option. He was a B.
No, I think he's like an A minus. You know, like
Stop it.
Stop it.
Your A option. Who's your A option? Eden Hazard? Come on, man. Come on. That was a great. If you cannot compare it to the signings that Tottenham have had. You cannot compare. Raheem Sterling is better than every signing Tottenham have made in the past 2 years. Come on, man.
I think it's 2020 hindsight. We're talking.
It's 2020 hindsight, but at the same time, Man City, you guys do not negotiate the same way Tottenham does. You guys go out and whatever they ask for, you give them.
exactly.
No, so
You give it to them. You don't negotiate. You're like, this is what you want. We're gonna pay
us for being good business.
That's why they didn't mind sending it.
Don't blame us for being good business.
Oh, we're not blaming you for having a lot of money. We're not blaming you for having the money. We're not blaming you for like getting an offer and just saying we need this player and we're a serious club and we're gonna pay it. Tottenham are not Man City.
Tottenham don't do that. Tottenham does not do that.
Daniel Levy is not Sheikh Mansour. Come on, man. Are you complaining Saudi Arabian sheiks that have unlimited oil money to Daniel Levy?
He's not. He's cheap.
The cheap guy who hasn't won anything in like 15 years?
20 years. Conte said it. 20. It's actually 20 years. Thank you. It's 20 years.
Jesus Christ.
That 5 years is just an extra. It's 20 years.
Okay. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. In fact, all right. Let's start to put a wrap on the Spurs thing. So we can go about all this till we blue in the face, but we have our differing opinions on Conte. I definitely think Conte is more culpable than either of you, but that's fine. Now my last question.
I have one question.
What is it?
Do we think Conte is getting fired this week?
No, this week. Actually, there's a good chance, but I think he's staying for the season.
No, he's staying for the season.
There's no point.
He's riding this out.
I think if Daniel Levy fires Conte, he's proving Conte's point.
You're right.
I think they're not going to get a better coach than Conte to finish. At least let him finish out the season. At least. Mm-hmm. And then if you want to like prideful and get rid of him, go ahead. But you're going to prove his point. Because you're not going to win anything.
I think right now the ball's in Conte's court more than anything. That's really what I genuinely believe. And I think Conte's gone. I think he doesn't want to re-sign back.
He doesn't want to play.
They've been trying to re-sign him back, bro. He didn't want.
Wait, when does his contract expire?
In June.
End of this.
At the end of the season, I think. At the end of the season in June.
At the end of the season.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
he's not resigning. He's not resigning with you guys.
Yeah, he's been trying to give it.
They could either fire him now and let him go early, or just let him leave at the end of the contract, which is better for everybody.
But they've been in negotiations and he hasn't resigned. I think the ball's in his court, and I think he's kind of told us where he's leaning.
He's done.
Done. He's out.
He's not signing no new contract. The same way Harry Kane should not sign no new contract with Spurs. The same way Son, Kovaleski, Richarlison, none of them. Like Tottenham, they need to destroy the entire. They need to get rid of everybody. Restart. They probably need to get relegated and go down and come back up a new different team. Because like y'all are just a useless club, and y'all will never do anything useful until ownership changes. Y'all need to like go down where you have no money to spend to go to
it's
games.
Crazy.
And then
it's crazy.
No. But listen.
Jack, this is coming from a Chelsea fan. Where's Chelsea in the table? You're this close to being you're this close to being a bottom half club.
But we're still not.
What you mean you're not?
But we're not.
You know what's funny?
But we're not.
Shags.
We're in the last 8 of the Champions League. You can't talk to us.
Aston Villa.
I'm not gonna let you do that. No, we're not this close.
We're one of the best teams in Europe.
Aston Villa wins one game, you're going to be in the bottom half of the table. Aston Villa wins one game, you're going to be in the bottom half of the table.
I let you say all of that. I let you say all of that. But guess what? You guys lost to that bummy, scum of the earth team 3 weeks ago. And you guys are behind us.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, you lost to us.
Spurs.
You lost to us.
We lost to them in the fighting cause of getting the players.
One of the worst teams of all time.
One of the worst
defenses
in the Premier League, and we shut you guys out. One of the worst.
And we still might win the Champions League.
I'm just saying. One of the
and
worst
you guys might end up trophyless.
Wait. Hold on. I'd be concerned.
What Jair just said.
What?
We shut you guys out. Okay, we're about to win the Champions League, and y'all.
Oh my God!
I'd be very concerned if I were you.
Giant, when you said
you guys are
the Champions League, nobody. We're delusional. We're supposed to win the Champions League 4 or 5 months ago. What about now?
Hey, these Chelsea fans, they get rowdy. They get rowdy off of 1 week of wins.
Because they won it twice. I've won a little bit twice. Once.
Wait, let's Marcus got the floor.
Madrid just lose to Barcelona.
Exactly.
You see the points difference. Barcelona is 12 points clear in La Liga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Real Madrid has
and Real Madrid are getting bullied in La Liga. They have nothing left. Like if they cannot perform in their own league, how are they going to concern
Champions League?
They're saving it.
They're saving everything for Champions League.
Yo. There's something you need to take into hand. Every time, most of the time, Real Madrid have won the Champions League. They've also won their league at the same time. So watch out. They're very far that. Just because they destroyed Liverpool doesn't mean like we've been going back and forth. We beat them first time. They beat us last year. Now it's our turn to get revenge. Like when it comes to the Champions League, the same way you cannot count Real Madrid out as trash as they are in their league is how you cannot. Because every time we've been trash in the league, we've won the Champions League. So put some respect on our name. You cannot relate Man City. You cannot relate Spurs.
Actually. So today is like the the anniversary of when we beat Barcelona with Fernando Torres, with the flop that Fernando Torres was.
Fernando Torres.
And we won the Champions League, and we were 12.
Oh yeah, right? Roberto Di Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo.
There's one thing I want to talk about though. This is the space. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this past game, and then we can, talk about the past games. Chelsea, we dropped 2 very valuable points.
We did, absolutely.
Chelsea was beating Chelsea.
That's what it sounds like. Chelsea all year for me.
That's you've been dropping points all season. You're in 10th for a reason.
Exactly.
But continue. You're right. Go ahead.
You had a good day, and you guys are
continue. Weren't you up 2 goals at one point?
We didn't have a good day. No, we weren't. Come on, bro.
I was asking.
He didn't watch the game. He didn't watch it. It was very unfortunate.
I was not talking about that. I was not talking about that. I'm reverting to you guys are going off your Champions League success or fluke, You guys are going off of that to basically
pedigree. We're going off our pedigree.
My God, that's even worse.
10th place, yes.
Oh, that helps our case even more because every time we're lower in the table, we win the Champions League. Continue.
Okay.
Hey. This is hilarious. This is hilarious to me that you really think that.
How is it hilarious? Anyways, I want to talk about Kaz. I want to talk about why we lost that game because I feel like Marcus would have been grilling me on oh, Shanks, you dropped 2 points, blah, blah, blah. You guys suck. But
no,
we're still a work in progress.
That's why I didn't say anything. We know who you are.
I feel like it was unfortunate. I feel like it was individual defending errors, but it's still unfortunate and it sucks to lose 2 points that way. But we'll be back. And we'll be healthier after the break.
The funniest shit ever.
No, because what I'm saying
Spurs, man, that's way funnier.
Shez, I got this. I got
10.
This was the Everton, by the way.
What happened when we lost to Southampton and we lost to Tottenham?
Man, and they said we were trash. Like
lose to Everton when our defense was having a brain fart day. I will actually take that as like okay, because at the end of the day, like I'm just glad we have Kante back. All right.
Oh,
like,
Kante was back after the break. But there's one thing. There's one thing I'd like to comment. Like, regardless of what we have,
injuries matter,
and we keep getting injured. Like, we haven't mentioned it lately because like we've been winning, but like we've been getting injured every game. We've been getting injured every game.
So I'm still wondering if we bought. I'm still wondering if we even bought a player named Calvin Phillips. We haven't seen him at all this season due to injury. You could listen. Talk to your football director and do a better management of assortment of funds to make sure you have some bench players to be able to rotate.
Facts.
There's something I noticed about Chelsea games. It's like whenever we like drop points, it's like the opposing team. They like do some madness, show their speed, show their skill, beat a player, and score. I think that the quality at Chelsea is actually like detracting from our ability to for Pulisic. We never see our attacking players trying to beat somebody or do a dribble and score. We always gotta pass and like recycle the ball and create a chance. Why can't we ever? And we know these guys are skilled. Why don't they ever try to beat the players in front of them?
My fellow Chelsea guy.
I mean, I think a lot of it is because it's some
Chelsea guy.
Now, this is where I think the injuries come into play for you guys because you have injuries at key positions. The guys who push that ball forward aren't on the pitch. You got Mr. Sideways and Kovacic who's always on, and I'm sorry, that's my nickname for him, Mr. Sideways. That man,
the man that's Pep's #1 signing for the summer. Okay, continue.
Oh.
No, actually, no. Apparently, we're going after Mason Mount. So, but that's a whole different. That's a whole different.
Mason Mount, who is way worse than Foden. But continue.
I agree.
He is, but he can be helpful in Pep's system.
So what do you want? What do you want?
He can be helpful in Pep's system.
No, that's what I'm telling you. I don't.
You don't. But your head honcho does.
He will be helpful in Pep's system. He would be helpful in Pep's system, but that's another story.
Look, Chelsea cannot let Mason Mount go at all costs because, like,
you've already let him go.
No, you mentioned him.
We have not let him go. We have we have pushed negotiations into the summer. We're not letting him go. We're not letting him go. We don't want to let him go, and he doesn't want to leave. We just need to meet in the middle.
We've tabled them, as in those discussions have failed completely, and there's no hope in retaining Mason Mount at all. That's what you mean by tabled. You were correct the first time you said it. You tabled.
I mean, you're only saying that because you want him to sign for your club.
No, I don't want him. But I do love the idea of you guys losing a main piece.
Don't you though? You know, Foden would be on the bench 24/7 if you sign Mr. Mount.
No.
Marcus, it's literally like us, like Phil Foden going into contract wars and Romancing and saying, "No, I'm signing for Chelsea." Yeah. Right. I'll take Phil Foden, but I don't want Mason.
No, I don't want Mason Mount. No, I don't want Mason Mount. He's been too close. He's been too close to the stench that is Kai Havertz. I'm all set. All set. We don't need.
I would just like to state for the record on a podcast, Kai Havertz has beaten the fraud allegations.
What?
He is off my fraud list at least until next season.
No.
Just saying. Let the audience. We are going into.
Don't pull up, Mike.
There will not be a podcast for the next 2 weeks. I promise you, by the next podcast episode that we've returned after international break, Kai Havertz will not only be back on Fraud Watch, he'll be leading the pack. Go ahead, Jayed. I just want to make sure the audience knows.
Kai Havertz is not a fraud.
He still heard about the Champions League final that Kai Havertz
forever.
Oh my gosh, dude.
That's the thing about Marcus. Marcus has a lot of personal agendas. He has a lot of personal agendas. That
if it was really a personal agenda, I wouldn't be forthcoming with it. If it was really a personal agenda, I wouldn't be forthcoming with it. But
it's a personal agenda. He scored 3 and 3. They just give it
You're hurt. It's okay.
You guys, first off, you see, Jayed, you see. I hope you're seeing what they're doing.
I know.
They said he scored in the 3-3. Mind you, it wasn't from open football. The guy needs a penalty to score. That's the only way the guy scores goals.
Oh, and he really needed it 2 times.
That's the only way the guy scores
a goal.
He needed a second try.
A goal is a goal.
He needed a second try. He needed a second try.
Wait. Listen, don't start talking about GOAT like that. Don't start talking about GOAT like that. He scored. Listen, he's already scored. Listen, he's already scored plenty. Listen, he's already scored plenty of goals to allow for some penalties on his record. He's already scored plenty of goals for him to be all right.
He scores the Champions League final goal when he's 21. Thank you for
oh my God, bro! That's the only accolade they got. Every week. Come on, bro. That was
not my goal.
Jayed, I've said this before. I've never seen one player live off one Champions goal. One Champions League goal.
Exactly.
Never seen one person live.
I mean, the only place he's still living is in your head, rents free. That's the only place he's living,
bro. I'm talking about
one goal. I've been calling you fraud how many times? You're the one who's upset about Kai Havertz. I'm not upset about Kai Havertz. I just want more from him. But you're upset. And speaking of Champions League,
you called him a fraud because
getting knocked out by Bayern Munich.
You're calling him a fraud, bro, because your eyes are the truth. You see the eye test? We all see fraud, and you go off of that one goal.
No. Let me explain myself. Can I explain myself? Y'all see frauds. I see him underperforming. Y'all see him fall. I see him underperforming, and I see because I can look back and also see the entire team underperforming. So I can complain about Kai Havertz, but then when I'm done up being mad about dropping 2 points or dropping 3 points, I look back, I'm like, oh wait, everybody else is trash in this team.
Man, don't listen to this guy.
Graham Potter can't do. Graham Potter has been manager, but he's not doing anything.
Next episode. The guy's a coin. This stick is gonna flip the next episode. Don't pay
attention. I know he is.
Yeah.
Flip him.
Listen, but to your point on Champions League, all right. To your point on Champions League, right?
That's what.
To your point on Champions League, you said Man City is losing to Bayern, the same Bayern that can't score against Leverkusen.
I never said that.
Okay, you have sense. The same Bayern that can't score against Leverkusen. The same Bayern that is now in second place in the Bundesliga, losing it to BVB.
You know, I feel like we need to stop calling the Bundesliga the Bayern Liga because those guys are serious now. Like they're taking the league seriously, and now that they're taking the league seriously, they're not taking it so easy seriously. Just walk the league.
This one, because you know what, I would disagree with you. As much as I like to refer to my team as a third person and not us, we. Chelsea are 10th, and they beat Dortmund. So, and they're leading.
Thank you.
So, as much as I would like
well, here's where I come in. Here's where I come in.
Oh my gosh.
They beat us too, though. They beat us in the first leg. I disagree. And then we beat them at home.
I disagree.
That first one should have been 4-1 us.
I disagree.
Thank you.
So,
Let Jai speak. Let Jai speak. I think more sense is coming from this side of the room.
Oh,
You guys, I don't know what you're doing.
Marcus, I'm about to make you mad because I actually think.
All right. Stop talking. You were saying like.
No, I think.
Go ahead, Giant.
I'm gonna tell you, just like my, similar argument that my compadres used prior to this, but basically, I think they've had a lot of injuries in the beginning of the year. They're starting to get healthy, just like the Chelsea team that we're seeing, and they really aren't playing losing football. So they're not. You're just not gonna beat them. You're not gonna get 6 goals from Haaland tap-ins. They're disciplined.
We don't need 6.
No, they're a very disciplined team, and if they can continue to, to get healthy,
look what they did to PSG.
If they can continue to get healthy, and young Musiala can get his thing going on, I think they win it. I really do. I see them winning it just because they can get a tie.
It's a flip of the coin. It's a flip of the coin for.
Not disrespectful.
No. If they could get
a coin flip,
I can tell you how it.
A coin flip. That's disrespectful.
If they could get a tie at Man City, then they take it. It's that simple. If they can get a tie, if it can just come out a 1-1 game or a 0-0 game, they take it because they're disciplined and they still have an identity. They still have a heart in the team, and they have a great coach. And they just don't play losing football. So it lines up
Man City at this point are just De Bruyne to Haaland and Inshallah. That's it. if the ball isn't dropping back to Haaland, that's not scoring multiple goals.
That's not true.
You know it's true. Look at the past. Look at the past 8 goals that Haaland has scored. How many of them were deliberate balls to Haaland?
Marcus, can I get my flowers yet? When I've been yelling and screaming shanks, can you be my witness on this? Please nod and accept or say no if I'm wrong.
I accept.
Be my witness on this? I've been
calling for I accept.
I've been calling for De Bruyne to not be benched in back-to-back games and be brought on in the 70th minute to save the game and produce 2 goals to save the game.
Listen.
I mean, you're right though. You're right because
you are right.
You're right.
But you've been screaming it, but that doesn't change the fact that the man should have been benched. If you're not playing well, you're gonna have a stint on the bench.
Bro,
it doesn't matter. You are going to listen.
7. How am I wrong? What are you talking about? When you bench him, you lose. You start him, you win by 7.
Yep. Listen, sometimes for the bigger picture, you're gonna take an L, and that's what it is. That's what it is. Listen. As a manager, you have to do what you got to do. You're gonna have to take a step back for the bigger picture. You take a step back to go 4 steps forward, bro. And that's what it is. The times when we lose, when KDB's on the bench, he has to sit on that bench because let's be honest, he hasn't been playing well this season.
You know why I don't agree with that? You know why I don't agree with that? Here's why I don't agree with that. Because I'll take it back to my FIFA team, all right? When you're gelling, my FIFA team, we always make top 4. Yeah, we win. But the games we struggle? The games against other good top 4 teams. That is when you need to build that chemistry. So if you're benching De Bruyne in back-to-back games, he's not building chemistry and getting to when games are tight, when you're up 1-0 or you're tied 1-0 or you're down 1-0 and you're fighting back. You're bringing him in the second half when he hasn't even gotten a chance to get in the game, to get warmed up. And then you want him to produce magic like he's Houdini. You see what happens when you start him. Clearly, you're up 3. Just the fact, and I keep telling you, man, this how Man City play, when they go up 1, maybe even 2 goals, you see the mentality of the other team. Leipzig folded like a little paper bag.
Bro, you're just thinking of all the positives. You're not thinking of the negatives that happened while he was out.
What negatives?
What do you mean? The man couldn't keep a ball for him. Listen, in that same Leipzig game, he couldn't keep a ball for worth of his life. It's because we were scoring so much that it didn't matter, and that's the similar form he's been in. Granted, that's why he's been riding the bench. Even the last Premier League game, not this game, the game we did the week before, we won, I believe 1-0 or something along those lines. He didn't have a great game that game either. And I remember the first thing I mentioned in the group chat after that game was, I hope you saw Kevin De Bruyne play today, because that's the reason he's been having stints on the bench.
Hey, Marcus.
Just this one last point. Because he keeps speaking of he didn't have a great game. Marcus, you're comparing Kevin De Bruyne to every time he has an A++.
No, I am not, bro. We have a specific...
I'm telling you, this is what it is. Kevin De Bruyne's F game is Bernardo Silva's A game. Do you understand? Do you understand?
That's
what you don't understand. What you don't understand is,
guys. We have 8 Champions League ties.
Yes,
and obviously we have one side that is way stronger than the other side, and on the stronger side, we have Chelsea, we have Real Madrid, and then we have Man City and Bayern.
Well, actually,
if we're going off the Champions League pedigree in the past 5 years, no, we're not talking about that side.
We have to.
We're not talking. We're talking about the side that goes with the pedigree.
I just have a question.
What
is your criteria on the sides? What is your criteria on deciding the sides? Champions League history, European history, or domestic?
The winner of the past 2 Champions Leagues has been decided by Chelsea and Real Madrid. Fuck everybody else. And that's what's going to decide this Champions League.
That's all.
That's all. Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
That's all I want to say.
God, bro.
We're the main character. We're the main character syndrome every season in the Champions League.
This superstition, everything. And I can say,
I'm not wrong.
No, bro.
I'm not wrong.
Hey, no, Jay, don't say anything. Just nod your head and accept. Because what's really going to happen is
Chelsea rabbit hole.
No. What's really going to happen is Real Madrid is going to treat these boys like Liverpool. We're about to see 5-0. We're about to see 5-0 in that first leg.
Hey, and we're gonna hear Kai Havertz is a fraud, bro. Fraud alert.
Yo, he's gonna be missing sitters. He's gonna be missing sitters. Next thing you know, they're gonna come in here and say, "Listen,
do you know the funniest part? Do you know the funniest part? Y'all two teams have only been in 2 Champions League finals. We've been in 3.
And lost both. Oh, it's sad. They're really hurt.
What are you talking about?
I can't take anything you guys take seriously. What's you say? I cannot take it seriously. But Marcus, we have 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
We have 5 minutes left.
Go ahead.
Let's please talk about. Okay, like from a Chelsea point of view, our momentum was broken. We drew instead of winning, and now we got to start it off after the international break. Like, where do we go from here? In 2 weeks from now, when we reconvene, like, what do we see happening? What are our predictions for our team?
We'll win.
Like, who do we see win the leagues, the Champions Leagues, the FA Cups, the Premier Leagues?
Champions League is going to be.
Do we see Conte getting fired?
Man City. It's gonna be Man City. It's gonna be Man City versus an Italian team final.
So you're gonna beat Bayern, and then you're gonna beat one of. No.
Yes.
They're gonna They're gonna beat one of Chelsea.
Remember the last time we spoke about this. Remember the last time we spoke about this. I said I wanted to be like this. Because I wanted no excuses. I wanted no excuses when we win the whole damn thing. I wanted no excuses like, oh, the draw came out on for you. You were lucky. You got all these. You got these easy matchups. No, we're going through fire and brimstone.
But those were never excuses for you, though.
This argument for his club, but Jair is gonna trust in fraudulent as in Aussie man fraudulent.
No, listen. It's gonna be my finals are literally gonna be Bayern, Napoli. Napoli's gonna win it.
So we're losing. So you think City's losing
Let me
Bayern?
call it right now. Let me call
Do you
it
think
right
City's
I
losing
do.
Bayern?
I do.
If I could slap you virtually through this thing, I would.
now. Look, let me tell you guys. The Champions League final is going to be Chelsea versus Benfica.
Oh my god.
Pika?
Yes.
I don't see that. I'm gonna call the Champions League final is going to be Chelsea versus Bayern. 2012. Repeat.
Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Bro.
Zach,
Same
we're in the
bracket.
same bracket as Chelsea and Real Madrid are in the
Yeah.
same bracket at Bayern and City.
And
And then
City.
you got Napoli, Benfica, all
And
those
then
other
Inter.
guys. Like,
It is
that's not possible.
Look at the drawings.
City.
No. Yes. In the next round.
In the
On
second,
the other
Yes.
side, in the final, it's going to be Napoli or Benfica or Inter or
Ace
Porto.
Porto.
Yeah.
Porto. Sorry. That's the third team. Why didn't we or fourth team? Sorry, fourth time.
It seems like nobody cares about the other league, but I think the strongest out of all of
Don't
them
do
is
that. Don't do
Benfica.
that. Check, don't do that. It seems like you don't care
Right.
about that other
I care
side.
about the next.
Don't do that.
Whoever comes out for the four of us teams, apart from Man City, that has the three of us teams that has Champions League pedigree, apart from Man City, they're gonna win the Champions League.
After this season, we'll have pedigree. That's fine. Keep talking. Keep your shots coming.
No, you won't,
After this season,
Bro.
we'll have pedigree.
bro. I put $1,000 on it. I put $1,000 on it that Man City isn't winning the Champions League.
Marcus, I don't
You don't have to put anything.
I'm a child of God. He told me I don't need easy money. It's okay.
I never said that. You need it. You need it.
Marcus, I used to agree with you, but this one, I don't see it. I haven't
They're not
seen it
beating
the way
Bayern. They are not beating Bayern. You are not beating
I
Bayern.
don't see it this year.
That's so
As good as a team as Man City are, y'all are not good enough to beat. Y'all are not a good enough team as Bayern are. No.
This same energy when we clap these boys. Listen, you know what? I'll just end it right there.
I'll be right, bro. You know me. I don't run. I don't get tired. I don't say, oh, I gotta drop my girl off at the airport. No, I'm here every fucking week, and I'll be here when y'all guys get knocked out.
That's fine.
I don't want to hear the Kevin De Bruyne blame. The Kevin De Bruyne.
There's no blame. There's no blame.
No. When Kevin De Bruyne blanks, I'll be here to say yes. He was on his period this week.
Please, I don't want to hear it.
We'll put him on the bench. We'll bring on Jack Grealish or Gundogan or
Mahrez.
I'm gonna tell you who's gonna be
Y'all already know how I feel about
the flop of that series.
Foden?
It's gonna be it's not gonna be Foden. I think it's gonna be Haaland. I think it's Haaland. I don't think Haaland scores.
Okay. That's a super interesting take.
Giant.
Okay, I want to listen to this.
You know what that means?
What does that mean?
If Haaland doesn't score, do you know what that means? That means Julian Alvarez comes off and scores a hat trick.
And does nothing. And
He
does nothing.
just signed an extension. He just signed a contract extension. He just signed a contract extension, so he's gonna come out and earn his bread. Simple.
Okay.
He's gonna come out and earn his bread.
Bro said
I don't.
Haaland cannot score. Julian Alvarez comes up the bench and scored 2 hat tricks.
Julian Alvarez is our Aguero of the future.
Neither of them are scoring.
Yeah.
Neither of them are scoring. I
No.
guarantee you.
All
I
right.
don't see that.
All right.
Look.
I can see.
Wait. The point he made about Julian Alvarez, I've been making all season. Start Julian and Haaland, or bench Haaland and start Julian. That's what I've been saying. But
I'm not benching Haaland, but I do agree starting both of them together.
bench Haaland at this point, he scored 5 goals in the Champions League. Bench him now. But what I'm saying is, I've been saying start Haaland, Julian, and Kevin. And that's your front three. Whoever's behind them, fine. But that's not happening clearly. So Julian is not going to come on the second half and It's not happening. You're like, come on. And what I'm saying is, now we've seen this against Joe Gomez. When Haaland comes against a player that can match him with pace, a center back that can match him with pace, he struggles. Upamecano. He's not going to score a single goal this game. I can guarantee.
Not concerned at all.
Look. Davies is going to have the game of his career.
Not concerned.
That Canadian boy, he's going to lock you out.
Alfonso Davies, he's
going to lock you out.
Kyle Walker, who couldn't even keep up with Vinicius Junior last season.
Not concerned at all.
Man, he was getting cooked by Mason Mount 2 years ago. Come on, get out of here, bro. And he's 2 years old now. Like,
I don't want to hear any talk from anybody that's in 10th place, please. And with that,
let him talk that somebody who has never won the Champions League.
Thank you. You're saying we're in 10th place.
Oh my God.
Ever.
All right.
This year,
you guys don't even this season. You notice everything.
Arsenal's gonna
listen. That trophyless comment, you just want us to join you. Stop it. That's a very lonely road. You're on it by yourself.
We're not joining because we're winning the Champions League and you're ending up trophyless.
This is guys.
That would be funny though.
Listen, not like you guys.
Fucking hilarious.
Only one top 6 club's gonna end up trophyless this season, and its name is Chelsea.
Yep.
And on that note, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode. Like, comments, break.
Yep.
Peace.
Yep.
Peace.